This is Transformers96 here with another video about San Diego Comic-Con 2016. This time I'm going to be talking about the Sideshow Star Wars Bounty Hunter figures that are on display. So basically Sideshow has took it upon themselves to complete their Bounty Hunter team, which I'm very excited about because I'm a big fan of these Bounty Hunters. We've seen these all before. They're all on pre-order except for two. There was two that they had a preview picture for that didn't show much at all, and now we do have the full figures on display, seeing them for the first time. First of all, just talking about LOM real fast, we've seen him already. He is on pre-order, but he's looking like a nice figure. I mean, for Sideshow's quality and everything, he does look good. I like the metallic eyes. You know, they're very neat. They almost look like they're lit up, which has a cool, unique look to him. The articulation is probably going to be very hindered, but he does come from like a C-3PO protocol droid body sculpt, so the articulation is going to be, hindered no matter what. We do have the Sideshow Boba Fett, which looks pretty decent. However, seeing Boba Fett's version of, seeing Hot Toys' version of Boba Fett, you know that this could be so much better. I did just purchase that Hot Toys one to go with this display, because it's so much better than that Boba Fett, than their Sideshow one. Then we have the updated version of Bossk, which looks pretty nice. If you have the original, he's good enough, and I have the original figure, so I'm not going to pick this one up. However, if you don't have the original one, it is nice that they did update it for you, so that is pretty cool. Then you can see IG-88 just back there. There's really no clear picture of him, but he's basically the same as the one that they released a few years ago, but he is updated as far as paint-wise, and I believe the satchel that he comes with is new, so that, IG-88 I missed out on when he was first released, so I am very grateful that I do have a chance to pick it up again. Then we have Darth Vader. Not going to be talking about him, though. I'm not quite sure if that's the Darth Vader that they already did, or if they did update it and it's like a new version or something. I'm not sure, but he does look nice. Then we have Dengar. Very excited. This is one of the new figures that they did show. He looks really nice. I think that Hot Toys, Sideshow sculpts aren't very good. I mean, they're good. They're just not great. Like, they're not at Hot Toys quality. However, I think that this head sculpt looks really nice. He obviously, they don't really need to do him perfect because he's such a side character and he is bundled up. So, they could obviously have mistakes and flaws in there and not have him look bad. But I think that the sculpt itself does look really good. It looks like a real person in there, which is quite nice, and I am quite happy about that. The body seems to be quite good. He has like a kind of a loose-fitting undersuit, and then he has armor on top of it. Because the undersuit is loose-fitting, he should have great articulation, which is quite nice, and just the paint quality looks really nice on him. The metalish, brownish look of his armor, I think, looks to be weathered really nicely and just well done, especially for Sideshow. I wouldn't have expected that level of paintwork, but it does look really nice, I have to say. And then his gun does look good as well, and they have him holding it nicely. Because he does have a gun that he needs to hold with two arms, I really do hope that the articulation is top-notch, so that he'll be able to do that very comfortably. But overall, looking really good. Really, Dengar is my least favorite of the bounty hunters, but this figure actually looks really nice, and it kind of gets me excited for him, even though he's not one of my favorite of the bounty hunters. He's definitely worth it, though, to complete the team. Then we have Zuckuss. I really do like Zuckuss, but I feel like we barely get any Zuckuss figures, so it's awesome to get one. And, and for LOM, I know that I've seen it pronounced for LOM or for LOM. I've had a lot of people tell me that. I always call him for LOM. That's just how I've always called him. And I've seen other people do that as well, but I believe that the correct, accurate way to say his name is for LOM. Just like you say C-3PO, basically. So I just wanted to get that out there so that anybody who's a big fan of him doesn't get upset at how I say his name. But anyway, Zuckuss, looking really nice. The head sculpt looks alright. It looks a bit thinner than it should be. I feel like his head sculpt should be a bit fatter. Maybe that's just me, but I think that it does have a more ovalish look than it should. It should have more of a roundish look. But this figure seems to have more of an ovalish look for his head. Possibly that's just me, though, but I do feel like the head sculpt is a bit off. I also think that it's painted very light. I would like to see his head be slightly darker than that. I think that the head sculpt is off a bit. However, it does look really nice. I mean, there's a lot of good detail work in there. It just, accurate-wise, I don't think it's perfect. The rest of the figure looks really nice. It's hard to see his legs and everything, obviously, because he has like a skirt area, so I can't judge on, I'll come back to Han and Carbonite, even though I'm not going to focus on him. There we go. Let's get a better image of Zuckuss. So overall, you know, he does have a skirt, so you really can't see his legs or anything and get a gauge at his articulation, but hopefully his articulation is quite good. It does look like he has some of his alien skin sculpted in there, which does look really nice, and they didn't just, you know, leave that as like a regular body or anything. The hands look really good. I really do love the sculpting work on this hand. Sorry, my background came up. Whenever I put my like a cursor to the corner of the screen, my background comes up, so I'm sorry about that. But I do like the way that this hand is sculpted, with like one finger that's kind of going down and then one finger that's up. Gives it, you know, allows him to hold the gun really nicely. Again, sorry, but I really do like that look a lot. I think that Zuckuss looks fantastic, and I'm very excited for this figure. There's very few figures of Zuckuss. I feel like he gets sidelined a lot, probably the most out of all of the bounty hunters, so it is really nice to get a good looking Zuckuss figure. I'll go back to that Han and Carbonite. He looks nice. I mean, it looks like a really nice kind of display piece. Obviously, even though it's in the scale of their figures, it's obviously not a figure because it won't have articulation. It's more of just a display piece. If you have a Jabba the Hutt display, then this would be an excellent one to go with it. Or if you just have Boba Fett and you don't want to buy the other bounty hunters, but you have Boba Fett by himself, you know, it would be nice to pose him standing in front of this. But definitely not something for me personally. But overall, really do love these bounty hunters. I'm a huge fan of them from the movie, and I cannot wait to complete the team. Unfortunately, Sideshow does take forever to get their figures out, so we probably get the last one probably like December of 2017. That's my guess. So it will be quite a long time before we do complete them. But once we complete them, I think it'll be worth the wait, and they'll look spectacular together. So there you go. So that's my video talking mainly about Bossk, Boba Fett, IG-88, 4LOM, Zuckuss, and Dengar. Very excited, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of these figures.